Welcome back to my round 2 match of GPL, and I'm playing OxFox against Cyber, who's on Jeskai Juyu pools. Well, I'm on the play now, so not great for me. And this hand, interesting. This hand has lots of potential, but at the same time, so what's the curve looking like? Turn 1 Founding Hero, turn 2 Lancets. What counter spells does Cyber have? Yeah, there are plenty of ways to deal with my Founding Hero. But if they deal with it, how screwed am I? I'm actually quite screwed because Sifang won't be able to do anything on its own, I don't think. At the same time, if they don't have anything on turn, well, I risk going down, like this hand has a good mix of lands and spells, but it's not the nuts. And like, I need the nuts to get there. Like, this hand has a plan, right? Play Founding Hero, play Lancets, but it can't really answer anything my opponent does. But like, how much do I want to risk going down in cards? I think I don't want to take the risk, so I'll just keep. Might be a mistake, but, you know, it's arguable. Unless it's not, and I just made a huge misplay, and Purple's gonna chide me about it after the game. I mean, they're watching me right now, so yeah. They can comment on my plays afterwards. Keep no swap. Probably means I have a good hand, or a hand that is land light. Because if you're keeping a hand with lots of lands, then you definitely swap with the Garth. Oh, cool. Okay, so I do have a curve now. Anyways, does this resolve? Because if this, yeah, it's gonna get hit by Cosmic Sinkhole. Is that fine? I'm not sure. So next turn, I play Corelight Champion onto an empty board, which is not great, because now I can't, like, I can't exactly haste the aura, because if you play into a non-empty board, you can put the aura on something that can already attack and basically get haste off that portion. Oh, well, new Heart of the Xena art. I never saw it before. Interesting. So how does Sifang look compared to Corelight? Well, playing Corelight means I can get the lances onto my creatures next turn, but that's not great. Corelight on its own is not great and gets easily answered. So yeah, I mean, if they have Portal Factor, I just have to choose what to get Portal Factored. Sifang isn't actually that good, right? Because, no, actually I want to save Sifang for a turn where they want to play a Planeswalker, because then it throws them off curve. But yes, in this case, I will open up with Corelight Champion and probably get countered. Portal Factor, right? Well, I mean, it's not horrible for me because, like, I'm using up other counter spells. That means they don't have a counter spell for Sifang when it comes down and throws them off curve. Unfortunately, this thing doesn't equip lances for free. That's a small, minor anti-synergy in the deck. Like, some of the creatures don't equip lances for free. You play them anyways because they're so strong. They're playing somewhat high-end tapped. Interesting. I think that kind of implies that they do have a 2-mana thing to do. So I definitely want to play Sifang right now because that means they don't get to play their 4-drop Planeswalker next turn. But what if they have a counterspell? If they have a counterspell, then Sifang runs into it. I mean, all their counterspells are taxing, right? Yeah, so there's no point in playing Founding Hero first because it's always going to get through. So I should just Sifang first so that they have less information to work with. So yeah, does this resolve? I guess it doesn't. And it eats up another Portal Factor, I guess. I mean, that's fine. So what am I worried about? Amaret kills Founding Hero. I mean, there's really not much I can do. I have to play out Founding Hero here and hope that they only have an Ajani. Because if it's just an Ajani, they can't actually remove the Founding Hero right away. So I equip the Lancet, swing. Still not great. Maybe I should have mulligan. Okay, Seek Profit. That's good. That means they don't have one of their big Planeswalkers just yet. So they get the Seek for free and then 2 lands. Okay, that's not the worst thing in the world. Are they deciding between which land to take? If they're spending this much time deciding, that means they don't have other lands in hand, right? They're thinking between whether they want to stay Tundra for mana fixing or Monument of Queens so that I guess they don't lose life to tapping this thing. Anyways, if this goes through, I'm looking to top deck an enchantment so I can lance up my Founding Hero and swing with Double Strike. They're lagging. Okay, never mind. They're not thinking that hard about their land play. So they do take the State Tundra and buy a Monument. Okay. Well, do they have a removal spell? If they have removal Founding Hero, then I am kind of screwed. So what can they do on 3? More counter spells. Surely they're out by now, right? And I don't think they have Void Flare, because if they had Void Flare, they would have killed my guys instead of countering them, right? Or is that completely off? Okay, Underpass. Interesting. Well, so I can't play around Void Flare, right? If I play Underpass, they Void Flare my Founding Hero. Okay, so that means I think, yeah, the plan here is play Lance, swing with Founding Hero, get them to Void Flare it. If they do, then that's unfortunate. If they don't, then I just Underpass Sentinel. Like, they can always Void Flare in response to Underpass Sentinel, right? And then they have 2 mana up, so they can still Cosmic with my Lances. Is there any point in playing Underpass Sentinel into an empty board? And the answer is yes, because I need to be applying pressure. So I think the play is just well, Lance, and then if I play everything out pre-combat, it maximizes the damage I can do, but it also screws me over the most if they have a removal spell, which they certainly have right now, right? Unless they don't. I think it's best I open up on Underpass because they have to kill this thing right away or else stuff happens. Yeah, it's just decisions about how to sequence this. Is there any point in trying to bait out the Void Flare? Like, if they have Void Flare, it's going to happen no matter what happens, right? So there's no point trying to bait it out. In that case, I should just Underpass Lance. Yeah, that means I don't... Well, I'm not sure what it means, but I'm going to do it in this order, just so I can get the most amount of information first. If they have a Cosmic Synco, they can Cosmic this thing. I mean, I guess that's why you open up on this thing, so that your opponent's tempted to Cosmic Synco it for 3 or something. Okay, they're gonna let it resolve, and I guess they're gonna kill it now. Yeah, seems like it. Well, that's unfortunate, but I couldn't prevent that from happening anyways. Maybe if I attack with Founding Hero first, they just Void Flare enemies during the attack. And like, there's no point in attacking with this thing for 2, right? Wait, they're going to... So they have 2 removal spells. Huh, interesting. Well, I don't think I can beat that then, and there's no point in... Yeah, it just happens. Is there any point in attacking first? No, there isn't. I just play out my lances. If Founding Hero gets removed, then oh well, that's too bad. Okay, let's it happen. Let's it happen again. Alright, what's your response? Is it out of body experience? Well, okay, anyways, these guys go on, but like, do you have a response to this thing? Because like, certainly you have a response here, right? Or else you wouldn't... What? And why'd you kill Underpass though instead of Founding Hero? Okay, I guess because Founding Hero is less scary if I don't have another enchantment out. But yeah, now it's out of Void Flare range, which is quite fun. It's 7-4, yeah. And they definitely don't have a removal spell because they definitely would have used it by now. So, I'm worried about Amulet. I'm worried about Sail Sound. I mean, they don't have Amulet, right? Because if they had Amulet, they would play it last turn. They might have Sail Sound and they're digging for lands to cast her and kill my Founding Hero. They're thinking, yeah. Like, Founding Hero is a 2-turn clock. If I can fade them for 2 turns, then that's nice. If I top deck an enchantment, then that's just rip lethal. So like, best case scenario for me is that my opponent doesn't have an answer to this thing and I top deck an enchantment next turn. Worst case scenario, they answer this and top deck a land. Okay, so it's Amulet or bust because Sail Sound can't be cast right now. Is it Amulet? Yeah, they have it. Well, I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world because they have to sack Amulet to kill Founding Hero. But now that means they get to Sail Sound next turn, or else... Alright, so they're chumping now, which is... Wait, that's actually really bad for me because I can't get past chump blockers. So basically I'm hoping to top deck Verdict the Council, but no, that doesn't happen. Alright, do I keep this Plains in hand? Is there anything that can get me more than 1 land per turn? No, there isn't. Is there anything at instant speed that my deck can do that I can bluff with the Plains in hand? I think the answer is no, but I think I'm going to keep it anyways because, again, this deck can't draw more than 1 card per turn. So worst case scenario, I just play out the Plains when I draw another one, or when I need it. But yeah, this is not looking good. Now they chump with... And now Amulet can kill my Founding Hero and still survive, which is not good for me. So what draws can get me out of this? If I draw into the OxFox engine, does that do anything? No, I don't think so. So if I get enough lands and I draw into Chronicles of the Kitsune, I can just activate the Descent mode and get Huli and try to win that way. I mean, it is a 4/4 thingy that they can't deal with, or at least they can't kill very easily. String Chapel, yeah, makes sense. Turns off my mana land, and now they can start harding for mana, right? Lots of blue. What can that be? Amatai? Does this deck have Amatai? No, it doesn't. I guess just a Juyu with lots of... They're going to use their Seek Prophecy right now, and I guess hope to hit something to play with all their blue mana. I guess they can just plus Amulet every turn, because they can always trump. So I'm basically just hard digging for... Or I'm not hard digging, but I'm hoping to top deck Birth to the Council to deal with their one thing, and then kill Amulet afterwards. Actually, the Thailand also deals with their one thing. Like, I have 2 good draws here. Okay, right. I still have mana up. I can't even deal with my mana up right now. I don't think... No, literally can't do anything with my mana. And Johnny. Alright, I guess that's what they're playing off of the extra mana. And they get to tap Heart. Just lets them Heart again for some more mana. If Johnny zeros, do I draw? Because I'm very tempted to draw if my opponent Johnny zeros. But at the same time, I really want to give them more cards. Like, is 2 cards worth more than 1 card to me? And I think the answer is no, so I shouldn't be drawing off a Johnny. They're gonna minus a Johnny anyways to make the big blocker. Are they gonna Amulet kill the Founding Hero? Okay, yeah, they're gonna kill the Founding Hero. Unfortunate. So now Birth of the Council doesn't do it either. Lily Triton does get under the avatar. I mean, that's something. I mean, there's no reason not to play this thing out, because otherwise I'd just be doing nothing. Oops, wrong thing. Next turn I can, I guess, kill Amaret, but Amaret just kills me. Amaret can make a guy. Yeah, okay, next turn I can kill Amaret if things go well. Actually, Amaret just pluses and chumps the Lily Triton. So I guess they're hearting again. I mean, Johnny can plus to untap the heart. So what are they doing with all this mana? They have a Juyu pools? Guess they do. So another pools. I think that's what they're going to take off this. Or does Johnny plus let them activate the second ability of pools? Because I think that probably just ends the game for me, or ends the game for them. Alright, they're animating Ares Pillar. Sure, I guess, if you want to attack me, then go ahead. I feel like the mana's still better spent activating the pools again. Or can they activate the pools? They untap with the Johnny. I feel like they should be able to, right? Well, if they can't, I'm not in charge of calculating that, so I don't care. And every turn, it just literally Triton just gets trumped by the cleric. Yeah, unfortunate. Alright, let's see what I can top deck. Well, Birth the Council, kill the cleric, kill Amaret. Does that get me anywhere? Maybe, because if they don't have removal spells, the Lily Triton will be swinging in, and they can't really block it. I mean, Juyu offering pulls, they can activate this thing and start making giant things, but it's not that bad. Alright, so I should play out my land to play around Portal Factor. If Cosmic Sinkhole, then whatever, I lose. I couldn't do anything about that. So yeah, let's see if this gets countered. Doesn't get countered, wonderful. So that's going away. And then Lily Triton, face or Amaret? Yes, I have to kill Amaret or else I can't go face for the next few turns, or ever, essentially. So I overkill Amaret by I don't know how much, and I pass the turn and hope they don't have a removal spell that can kill this. How big is this anyway, 7-3 or something? Yeah. Well, if I top deck Slapfield Workgate, I can start bouncing Bird of the Council and exiling all their tokens that way. I have to assume they have a removal spell. Activating Heart. They did get a second Juyu offering pools, right? So they're about to play that right now and probably find a removal spell. They're gonna Johnny you now. I feel like you should probably play your offering pools first to see what you draw before you commit to color off Harb Zadina. But you do you, I guess. If you flip Amaret or something, right? You have Amaret in your deck. I mean, big Amaret, 6-mana Amaret. If you flip that off Juyu offering pools, you can't cast it off this mana. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so I'm hoping for a Birth of the Council, basically. And I mean, they don't have a removal spell, so Lily Triton's still getting in for a bunch of damage, but Johnny's also getting life, so not great. Reaping Lois, alright, they're flipping off pools. I guess they're just, actually no, they can just grab the Event Horizon and I'm dead. Or I'm just straight out of luck, yeah. Womp womp. And they just have lethal on me next turn, right? They're one off lethal. But Cinder Blade's not gonna do it, so I'll just concede. Alright, so I think my mistake this game was keeping that hand, because that hand was not explosive enough to get there. But anyways, post board, I mean, Shifanhu's coming in, right? Yeah, it hits everything in their deck. So purple told me that you should start boarding down on Chevalier's Lances, because multiple copies of Nora are kind of overkill, and also makes you really weak to, or makes you really fragile. And I think like that game was a good demonstration of why drawing too many Lances is a bad thing, so yes, I will cut down on these guys. And do I need Ring of Souls? Lets me win against crowded boards, but I'm not sure. Thailand kills tokens. I mean, that's pretty useful. I should probably bring in more Thailands, but should I? Like, it kills one token, but if they are making tokens, that means I probably lost by then, right? I don't know. So Heraldries, are they good? It flies over the tokens. Yeah, that sounds good. And then also neutralizes one of their big Eye Fitzgerald guys. Alright, I'll bring in some Heraldries. Mercantile Accords doesn't hit enough, right? Like, macro's all over the place, so I can't exactly Mercantile name anything reliably. Does that mean I just board out all my Strategic Lances? That feels wrong. Maybe I don't need that many Sifanhus. 2 Heraldries maybe? 1 Lance? I mean, I have Downhill. Board out on Downhills. This? I'm not sure. Is Verdict cuttable? Like, Verdict's just worse than Thailand, right? Because all of their creatures are tokens? Yeah, sure, that's a good argument. Then, you know, Heraldry, Thailand, who I can bring in one of the Lances or one of the Downhills again. This feels wrong, but I guess I'll try going with this. If it doesn't work out, then whatever. I can go down the game. This is only my first loss, and then I'm gonna be on play. Interesting, but also that's like that's 4 lands. I don't think I can keep this. Like if I keep this, what's my curve? Lily Reed, Coralite. That's not very good. Yeah, I'm mulligan this. All right, well I have to keep this, and that is enough lands. Oh, all right. Actually, no, that's really good, because Artifact, Enchantment, Founding Hero, and Downhill for the lands. No, bottom Thailand, because it's not guaranteed that I draw my third land, right? Or do I bottom Lily Triton, because I don't need another one drop. I think I'll actually bottom Lily Reed. Lily Reed gets Founding Hero under stuff, right? But I should keep Thailand because it kills one of the tokens. And like everyone definitely will make one token creature eventually, and want to be able to deal with that when it happens. Anyways, a Founding Hero start. Next turn I go Chronicle, Luan Bay, Adventure to Downhill, and hope something good happens, I guess. I am looking for my third land so I can play Thailand and get rid of a token in my way. Actually, what do they have post board anyways? Because I didn't pay enough attention. Oh, they have a bunch of stuff. Oh, okay. They have Mail Munch. Mail Munch killing Luan Bay would be really bad. Mail Munch killing Founding Hero is also bad, but less bad than it killing Luan Bay. If it happens, then I'll be happy that they use a Mail Munch on a Founding Hero right away instead of saving it for 2 guys down the line. And Children of the Clouds, wait, Children doesn't work against me. Wonderful. As a renewal, that's instant speed Pyroclasm. Okay, so they probably have. Okay, well that's my land that I need, but they probably have Void Flare up, which is not great for me. I want to play in a way that gets a creature on the board afterwards, which means I want to play Chronicles this turn, which means I should get Lumen Bay down to get my artifact count. So Chronicles, Lumen Bay, Swing with Founding Hero probably gets killed, and then next turn that's not great either. Yeah, but at least it gets a guy on the board. So yes, that's what I'll do. And then also Adventure to Downhill and grab a Chevaliers Lance. So Chronicles, does this resolve? I'm assuming it does because you don't have blue up. Then Lumen Bay, return to Plains. Swing, do you kill this thing? Yes, you do. Then now I'm going to Adventure to Downhill, grab a Chevalier's Lance. Right, the Chevalier's Lance is the right option here. Cinderblade doesn't matter, right? Do I need Cinderblade? Do I have anything that can actually equip the Lance? It's only Downhill. Maybe Cinderblade is better here. Let me think. Well, actually, if I get Cinderblade, what happens next turn? I can Cinderblade up Downhill and Swing. That doesn't do much. Yeah, interesting. I mean, Chevalier's Lance, I can still use it. Even, like, next turn I'm activating Chronicles, right? I'm not actually playing Chevalier's Lance right away, so yeah, I can probably afford to grab that. I guess that's my turn. So not great for me. I still don't get to push too much damage. And then what am I hoping to Thailand? I mean, the obvious answer is one of their tokens. Like, that's not very... Portal Factor? So Chevalier's Lance plays around Portal Factor, but Downhill will run right into Portal Factor, and if it gets Portal Factor, then Lance is kind of useless. So I'm hoping to... interesting. Alright, so what's the play here? I want them to Portal Factor something that's not very useful. I mean, I always attack the Fox. Or I underpass it, no, it gets countered. I attack the Fox, I play Chevalier's Lance, and then I pass. Is that what I want? Alternatively, I can play Downhill and get that thing countered, and then play a Lance. I mean, then that means I have Underpass still remaining. Is Underpass better than Downhill? I think Underpass might be, because it affects my guys a bit better. And also, they don't know that Underpass is in my hand, but they know Downhill's loading right now. So yeah, I'll attack with the Fox right now. And then do I lead with Lance? Or I lead with Downhill. Yeah, and I also want to tap Lumen Bay in case it gets killed or something. I'm assuming this gets countered. If it doesn't, then are you gonna wipe the board? I guess Fires of Renewal or something. Or they're trying to counter the Chevalier's Lance that they know is coming out. Okay, what 2-mana instant speed thing do they have that they could be holding up right now that would actually be useful? It's literally just counter spells, right? It literally is just counter spell, so in that case I shouldn't play into the counter spell. And it has to be a non-double blue counter spell, so that just puts them on event or it puts them on Cosmic or Portal Factor, which I can't play around if I don't have to pay for it. Okay, so what's the worst thing that can happen if they do have a counter spell and I play into it? It gets countered, next turn they wipe the board, I still have Underpass. Okay, maybe that just works out. Like, yeah, even if Chevalier's Lance gets countered, I still have Underpass coming down. Yeah, that's not too bad, right? You know what, yeah, they don't have Cosmic Synco, because otherwise they would have played, or no, they had to play Mountain to... Alright, yeah, I guess I do this and hope they don't have a counter spell, because they've been playing in a way that doesn't suggest they have a counter spell. Well, I guess I guessed correctly. So that means they probably have Fires of Renewal, or a removal spell. Like, Event Horizon is pretty possible, but okay, so their mana situation is not great, because they had to fetch tap. So yeah, I don't think they have Portal Factor or Cosmic Sinkhole. And I guess they don't have Fires of Renewal either, because they're dropping Embodied Soul right now. And then, like, Juyu Offering Pools, right, they're tapping out this turn. That's like really big for me because now I just get to drop Underpass at no and protect my Downhill Forge Master with the Lance. And then next turn I can sideline the Embodied Soul. Not next turn, but like eventually I can sideline it. Yeah, they're chopping me out this turn. Alright, that's a pretty good sign. Admonish. Oh, yeah, they can kill my enchantments and artifacts. Do I sideline this turn because they might kill my Lumen Bay or something? Actually, I think the answer is yes. No, they grabbed land off that thing. Okay, so their land situation is not great. Does that mean I underpass it? No. A Founding Hero. Alright, yeah, I underpass because underpass Founding Hero, that's a good curve. And underpass put the counter on Founding Hero so that now I'm protecting two guys. I'm protecting Downhill and Founding Hero. Founding Hero is really threatening next turn. I think that's probably the safest way I can play. The Lance goes on the Downhill, I swing, whack them for a 6, play underpass, play Founding, place underpass. My board's protected. Yeah, okay, I think that's a good plan. And yeah, attack with both of these guys. Oh yeah, that's 8 damage in total. Wonderful. Underpass Founding, that's the safest play, right? Yes, it is. Hopefully. I mean, hopefully I'm not overthinking this. But like, I have two guys that are both protected, so they need to, if they try to kill my guys, I sack Underpass, and then they have to wait a turn before they can kill my other guy. I mean, they can also kill the artifact or enchantments, I guess, if they have access to that. Okay, they're gonna Seek Prophecy now. Alright, I mean, if they have a counterspell up, then sure. Okay, Amaret. So Amaret dropping next turn if they survive. This means I should try to kill them this turn, which I think I probably can do. Like Founding Hero Double Strike, Downhill Double Strike, all these guys are one-shotting my opponent. But so is going to get killed by Sideline. And I don't think they have the opportunity to hold up a counterspell. If they had a counterspell, they would have played it already. Or maybe they do still have a counterspell and they're just not playing it because they can't afford to right now. Unfortunately, activating Chronicles doesn't get me there either. Like, it puts me 1 off. Actually, no, it does, because activate Chronicles, swing with everything, Underpass it, now puts the counter on the Fox. The Fox is doing 4, and then, yeah. Right, Fires of Renewal. I guess that's the thing I have to worry about. If I Thailand and they counter it, then they can't Fires of Renewal, right? They first strike Lifelink, so that's a 2-2. I swing with everything. 6, yeah, okay, I think I win. I don't see how they're getting out of this. I'm gonna read, that's even better. Like, how do I not screw this up, is the question. Do I have any Event Horizon, right? That's also something I have to worry about. Event Horizon, Lifelink, animate this. What happens? Right, Event Horizon, so Underpass at no dies. Keep this guy Lifelink. That's 2 life, so that's 8, and that's still lethal. Is there any point in playing anything right now? Because I'm just like looking over what do they have that can screw me over. Admonish? I guess Admonish does it. Do they have Admonish? They bought Admonish. So they were really desperately looking for a land, or they already have a second Admonish, in which case that's also really bad for me. So if they Admonish me, then what happens? Not much, right? So that means I should get second. Well, no, if something bad happens, I want to play Thailand because that uses up all my mana. I mean, Thailand survives basically everything. Okay, so yes, I lead with Thailand. DCG, okay, wonderful. I don't have to think any harder. So is that the board I'm going with? I guess. I haven't drawn any Slapfield Workgate so far. Interesting. Heraldry Thailand, like that. Limited Curse Breaker. Actually, why am I not bringing in Limited Curse Breaker? Like, that thing hits a lot of stuff, right? Or it hits Juyu and Embodied Soul, but like, if Juyu's up, then that's already bad for me. And Embodied Soul's very dealt with Thailand, because Curse Breaker can die. I don't want Embodied Soul, or actually no, I want Embodied Souls going back to hand. I don't want Juyu Offering Pools going back to hand. Yeah, sure, I'll run this, I guess. Right, yeah, sure. Maybe Heraldry is just better than I give me credit for. Maybe I should just be on 3 Heraldries. Yeah, sure. I mean, Heraldry avoids a lot of stuff that they can... Or no, it doesn't. It dies Event Horizon. Never mind. Why did I go with 3 Heraldries? Okay, so here I have Slapfield Workgate plus Chronicles, so yes, I keep this. I mean, it's turn 1 Slapfield, turn 2 Chronicles, or turn 1 Chronicles, turn 2 Slapfield. Interesting question, but since I boarded out all of my vertically councils, I value my Slapfield Oxes a bit less, I think. Keep and swap. Okay, so they have more lands than I expect. So yeah, question is Slapfield first or Chronicles first? Okay, so they have Cosmic Synchro up too. I think I go Slapfield first because if it gets countered, then it's probably not as bad as Chronicles getting countered. I mean, Slapfield, yeah, good question. Which one does more on its own? If I start off with Slapfield, I can curve into Corelight Champion, and I'll be happy with that curve. If I start off with Chronicles, then if I curve into Corelight Champion, I'm not happy with that. So yes, I should start off with Slapfield. I'm just playing assuming the opponent doesn't have the Cosmic Synchro, and if they do, then whatever. And they don't, apparently. Alright, that's nice. mean, if they had a Cosmic Synchro, they definitely should have countered this. I guess if they have admonished, they can kill this thing when they want. Also, I should keep Lumen Bay in hand until I need it because I don't want my mana sources to get killed by Artifact 8. And let's see. 2 Core Lights. Interesting. Or actually, wait, did I miss my trigger? Ah, crap. Okay, that's annoying. Missed trigger on the Slapfield Work Gate. Alright, that's unfortunate. I should have played more carefully. And that's actually really bad for me because having extra Ox means I can actually put my thing on, put my Core Light Champion aura onto it and then start attacking right away. But now I have to take a turn off. Well, I still play out Core Light Champion though because that's my best play. Or is it? If they counter spell, I want to be able to play 2 things. And do I go Downhill Chronicles? I think I'll open up on Chronicles. Or no, I don't want Chronicles to get countered. I want Downhill to get countered, but I don't think they're going to counter Downhill. Well, I'll lead on Chronicles and see if they want to Cosmic Synchro that. If they do, then I Downhill, which is not great. Alright, yeah, I just Core Light Champion and get that thing countered. Pearl Fractured, I mean, like, they don't have Synchro. If they had Synchro, they would have played it already. Response to ETV? Oh boy, they're going to remove it in response. Yeah, that's not great, because now Slapfield Work Gate doesn't trigger either. Alright, yeah, that's not good. I still can get back into this, because I have Chronicles plus Core Light. And they tapped out, so what, Garth? Yeah, that's fine. Tap out, then I get to actually do stuff now. That's Chronicles, Core Light, put the aura on, I guess, the Fox? Or no, put the aura on the Core Light Champion. No, put the aura on the Fox. Or Oxen? Well, I don't really know. Now I'm actually making stuff happen. Okay, what do I Core Light onto? And also this board gets wiped by Fires of Renewal. So I'm really hoping they don't have Fires of Renewal. If they don't, then I activate Chronicles the next turn, and now my Foxes don't die to, or my Oxidants don't die to Fires of Renewal. Yes. Do I stick on, yeah, Fox or Ox? I'll stick on the Fox. Also conveniently blocks Garth now, assuming they have nothing, which they probably do. I mean, so if I didn't forget my trigger, what would happen? I target the Ox, they killed Ox, I still have Core Light left on board. Yeah, that's not great, missing a trigger like that. And is it Amulet time? Oof. Alright, so they killed Core Light Champion, and Garth gets through. I mean, that's fine. Or they killed the Fox. Okay, that's also fine. So now I can activate Chronicles and attack and kill Amulet. But now Garth gets through. But that's fine. And then past that, what do? I have 4 mana next turn. Founding Hero. Okay, good. I can activate Chronicles, kill Amulet, and then play Founding Hero. And the next turn I downhill out the equipment and start swinging with Founding Hero. Alright, sure. And yeah, I just kill Amulet. And do the Lumen Bay Flyer trick. So, I mean, if they have a board, if they have Fires of Renewal, they kill everything except my Ox. And then Slapfield Work Gate can eventually start cycling Chronicles. I mean, it's not great, but it's something I can do to grind the game out. Ideally, I draw a second Slapfield, though, so that I don't have to bounce the already ascended Chronicles. Or I draw a second Chronicles. I mean, that also works. I mean, otherwise, I can bounce it every other turn. Like, I end of turn Slapfield bounce, and then on the turn I play Chronicles and activate it right away. That also, yeah, that's sure. Well, the good news is you can't actually -2 or else it kills Garth. But you can +1, and yeah, that's not great. Actually, I can Dawnhill Cinderblade onto the Ox. Does that kill Selson? No, it doesn't. But like, if I kill Selson, I think the game's in my court because that means they're kind of running out of resources. So how do I kill Selson? Because I have Dawnhill. I surely have a way to kill that. Highline doesn't kill Garth, unfortunately. And I didn't put in Ring of Souls, so I can't Ring of Souls and kill Selson that way. Maybe I should have put in Ring of Souls just to as some effect. Wait, I have Serene Chapel. Does that get me anywhere? No, I don't have enough mana to activate Serene Chapel and something else. Or do I? That maxes out 3 damage, so no. I mean, my ground attackers don't matter right now, but I should be swinging in anyways to get warriors off the field. Or no, I want to leave Garth alive because that's preventing them from Selsoning very efficiently. Or maybe if I knock Selson to 1, then they can't -2 her. All they do is +1 and kill her next turn. Like, I can afford to do that, and then I just suit up my Ox and go to town that way. Is that my plan? So then how am I spending my mana? Downhill, equipment, and then they count the Ox and then swing. No, that dies to sell minus. Activate Serene Chapel. Like, I can Downhill, activate Serene Chapel, swing at Selson, knock her down to 1. The next turn I have a very threatening Downhill, Travatic Lance coming down. Or do I just play out the Lance and equip onto the bow? There's also the option of Cinderblade, which means I have to spend 2 mana, but then I have 3 mana left and nothing to spend it on. Or I can sideline, but I have nothing good to sideline right now, so I shouldn't do that. So yeah, Charlotte Lance, I want to do it now, so get onto the field, attack Sailson, and then is there anything worth exiling? No, there isn't, right? Yeah, so it develops my board more. Right. Yeah, okay. Downhill, grab Batty's Lance. Actually, if I Cinderblade, I could play Downhill. Would that have been useful? Well, Downhill without its Lance is not very useful, so yeah. Anyways, suit up the cow and start going to town. So like I am getting to the point where I have enough mana to bounce Chronicles and replay it and activate it. I mean, like Slapfield Chronicles grinding is probably going to be how the game's going to go if my opponent doesn't find anything. Because this deck does have the ability to grind when it draws these two pieces. But yeah, not looking great. I don't think I want to throw away my Founding Hero to take out Garth. I'll just keep it back for now. Seek Prophecy, sure. Oh, I'm hoping you don't find anything good. Mail Munch is not good for me, right? It kills the Chevalier's Lance, but which actually just wrecks me because now Sailson doesn't die. So I need to keep swinging at Sailson, and it's gaining life 2 life every turn. I think what needs to happen here is I need to draw another Slapfield Workgate or another Chronicle so I can start pumping out the Oxens without having to reset my already ascended Chronicles. Actually, if I draw another Chronicles, I'm just going to ascend the other one, right? And then now my Ox just kills Sailson. I mean, there is a lot of decent top decks for me here. Land would be a not very good top deck. No matter what happens, Sailson dies because Serene Chapel gets through. I'm hoping that I draw a card that lets me get through without having to spend all my mana on Serene Chapel. Okay, they're going to swing with Garth. What do they flip? Hopefully it's a land. I mean, every time I played Garth, it always flips lands. Oh, come on. Why'd you get the good flip? I mean, no, it's fine. Serene Chapel still kills Sailson, but yeah, that... Boo. It survives? Oh, right. Void Flare is not, like... Wait, then why do you Void Flare my Oxen? Sure. Alright, yeah, sure. Like, that thing was tapped. Oh, wait, you're trying to wipe the board with that, with Fire's Renewal. Right, if you Fire's Renewal here, then I am screwed. And then you kill Chevalier's Lance afterwards, too? I mean, Sailson still dies, but... Yeah, they just realized that they could Void Flared face. Wait, what did I just do? Okay, yeah. Not paying too much attention. I mean, I'm missing this ETB trigger on the Slapfield Workgate. I mean, that's already an indication I'm not paying enough attention, but I'm just assuming whatever Cyber's saying is correct. No, once you kill the Chevalier's... Right, it can actually kill creatures. Ah, that's a problem. Well, at least you're not killing the Chevalier's Lance, so it can lance this guy up and next turn swing. It gets chumps, but like it gets through all the chumpers. It kills all... Right, at least it doesn't trade with the 1/1s. But now I'm trying to like win a long game versus a deck that can go long, which is not great. Now I have to activate Serene Chapel. Hopefully they don't have another Event Horizon. If they do, then I'm not great. Activated Serene Chapel, swing. Also lance up the Coralight Champion, swing. And then, because it gets rid of one of their guys, I guess. And then play Founding Hero. Yeah, I definitely should have boarded in Ring of Souls. Well, I'm worried about the backswing. I shouldn't be, I'm an aggro deck. So, also, need to swing to get the lance onto this guy. And I'm hoping to have a removal spell. Actually, I should be pointing both of these guys at Sailson, just in case something, just force them to, wait, no, that's a horrible idea. They're not going to chump. Oh, your exile trigger, you're right, that thing exists. Does it matter? No, it doesn't matter. They can't get anything back from graveyard. I'm just going to exile ram stuff from them. Yeah, there was no point in attacking Sailson. I should have attacked face to get them to use up one of their warriors. Well, anyways, Founding Hero. Let's go. The next turn, I suit up the Founding Hero and swing. Is it another Amulet? I mean, if it's a Johnny, that's fine-ish. Sure. Going to draw, I guess? Or are they untapping? Yeah, how much do I want to draw? No, I don't want to draw, right? Or do I? Well, it's too late to change my decision. And they have mana up. Green Chapel number 2. So what? The protection from even. The Founding Hero swing will get through. Thailand does not kill anything important. I just start Slapfield bouncing. Actually, yeah, good. I should, right? So end of turn, bounce Chronicles, and then replay it. That means I have 2 mana this turn, which means I can play downhill. Sounds about right. I mean, I see up Founding Hero when I swing. They chump. That means Coralight's not attacking, but whatever. And then I play downhill, and then end of turn I Slapfield bounce. Yeah, it sounds solid. So, Raz Lance goes here. And whack it. Attack Johnny. You want to trade? You're gonna chump. Okay, sure. Yeah, if I attack face that turn, maybe I'll actually get through eventually because it was down 1. But too late to change stuff now. And play downhill. That resolve? Sure, wonderful. And pass the turn, end of turn bouncing Chronicles. Make sure to remind myself to do that. I don't just make sure I don't just forget and then pass a turn without thinking. They get Ares player, so I think they're ready to beat down, and they might just be outracing me at this point, which is not great, because I'm supposed to be the aggro deck. Do I want to draw? No, I have a plan already. And they're attacking with Garth. Do they flip? Please be a land. No cast. Do I just take it? I mean, yeah, I don't want to lose my guys. My guys are more important than they're the guys. Plus, I'm going to start making tokens so I can start chumping until the cows come home. I already made that joke before. Anyways, Laffield bounce. Wait, they have Event Horizon. No. Oof. Alright, I'm hoping to top deck an enchantment now. A Heraldry will be pretty nice. Please get me Heraldry, Lily Triton. I mean, that is an enchantment. I can't complain too much. I mean, what? Lily Triton, put it on Founding Hero, swing. Like, they're gonna... If I swing with everything, they can't activate Ares Pillar, right? So, I mean, I should attack first. Just making sure nothing, like, actually trades off. Attack Founding Hero with... attack Johnny with Founding Hero, they have to chump one of those guys. And then attack with these two guys. If they want to throw away 2 warriors on Corlight Champion, they can do that. Want to throw away 2 warriors on Dawnhill, like, they can do that. Is that my plan? Yeah, and then what? Thailand, Lily Reed. Actually, I can Thailand one of the warriors, and then Lily Reed, the 2-man that I'm not doing anything with. We just start animating Serene Chapels and swing. Might be better than whatever I'm doing right now. In that case, I'll Lily Reed Triton the Dawnhill Forge Master. If they have Fires and Neil, then whatever, I already lost. Like, these 2 guys go face, Founding Hero goes to Johnny, and then assume best. Yeah, that sounds about right. Lily Reed Triton happens, sure. Triton Gift goes on to Dawnhill, right? Yeah, Dawnhill sounds like the best plan because it's big. And Thailand kills one of the warriors. I swing with everything and hope they have no response. Sure. If they have Cosmic Cinco, then well done, I guess. But at least I got them to use a Cosmic Cinco on something that's not Heraldry or whatever. And also I get Slapfield trigger from the Triton's Gift. Okay, it's gone. Get to make the idol token. And oops. Attack these 2 guys attack this at Johnny, attack these guys at face. Do you do anything? Do you want to trade? You probably want to trade these guys for Corlight. Oh no, if they... Right, I made this place that they can't trade for Corlight Champion. But if they removal, then not much I can do. Or is that only at sorcery? Okay, good. They do have instant speed stuff. Is in their Event Horizon? Yep. Oh, you're killing Dawnhill. What? That's the thing you kill instead? Okay, sure. Are you still gonna chump for Johnny? Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, you're almost out of chumpers. Almost. And you can't exactly plus a Johnny, because if you do, then all the 2 Serene Chapels just kill a Johnny. No, you're doing this so that you can actually plus a Johnny and let it survive. Maybe you just want to draw instead. How desperate am I at this point? Do I really want to draw? No. Well, now that he has Harb Zadina, they basically have infinite mana, so I'm not sure how I'm winning this. Because my plan was to grind them down with Slaffield Workgate, but well, they already answered my Chronicles, and then now that they have so much mana, basically just have to hope they never draw anything. They already have a Johnny drawing stuff for them, so yeah, I don't see how I'm getting out of this. Even though I already have, or even though I still have a pretty decent board. They're gonna use Idol right now on Garth, I guess. I mean, the Oxen can chump it, so I'm fine with that. Actually, the Lily Reed Triton can chump it. I don't really need... the Ox is more important than Lily Reed at this point. Admonish. Okay, fine. At least he didn't kill the Snapfield Workgate. I mean, I still have Double Strike from this guy, from Lumen Bay, but yeah, not looking great. Now I actually have to start chumping here. Also, Talon can do damage to Johnny now, which is something at least. And they're tapped out, so I mean, there's that. Okay, that's enough to activate both chapels, right? Yeah, right. No, I mean, like, that's not nothing. Founding Hero forces a chump from the warrior, and Ox will be blocking Garth. I am attacking them down, like, not too badly. Then Thailand locks Johnny down to 2. Is that useful? Maybe it is? I don't know. Oh, I can't activate both, right? I need one of them to activate itself. So what am I doing with all this mana? There's nothing I can do with it. Alright. That means I activate 1 Serene Chapel. And then what? It means all of these guys, you 2 go to Johnny, you 2 go face. And whatever, exile some ram stuff from your yard. And they just take because they can afford to take here. And I just pass. I mean, like, Serene Chapels could get there if I keep drawing lands. And they don't draw anything good. But again, they have so much draw power right now with a Johnny. And also a Johnny plussing to gain life. How many extra cards have they drawn off of Johnny right now? 4? I have to assume at least some of those rods I should have also been taking. I guess Johnny is a skill testing card in a way because you have to decide whether to draw off it or anything or not. Alright, I think this is not looking good for me. Fires of Renewal, Admonished. Oh. Yeah, that's not a set of cards I want to see. I think Fires of Renewal is probably what they're going to take here. Yeah, and it just ends the game for me. Because it wipes out my entire board except Thailand, which doesn't really do much. And they get to Garth, attack me. If they attack at Garth, the Johnny dies to Thailand finally. And then I can, if I draw a land, I can start animating both Serene Chapels and going to town that way. And hope they never draw anything else. The next turn they get to Juyu Offering Pools. Right, if I kill a Giant, do they still get to Offering Pools? No, right? Because Heart doesn't actually make enough mana right now to pay for 8. Oh, or they're just going for blood. Please tell me next turn. No, they're not attacking with Garth. Okay, sure. I should be at 9, right? No, I should be at 8. Okay. Alright, let's see. Let's hope this gets me somewhere. Yvonne who? Interesting. Wait, maybe this does get me somewhere. 7. If I survive next turn, I can just... Okay, so I play this thing. They can't do anything next turn. Garth is up. I can't attack a Johnny either. Okay, so Sifang Hu I activate, and then the turn after next turn, I activate Sifang Hu, the God mode, put the lifelink flying indestructible thing on Thailand, and go to town. And I can't do that, assuming they don't draw a removal spell, so I will try to do that. And like Demigod, and also Serene Chapel. No, I can't. Well, my plan is I have to be able to God next turn, even if I don't draw anything, right? So I should be using Demigod for no reason. Then Garth kills me, which is annoying. The play here is Sifang Hu, Demigod, and then Trumpet Chailan on the Garth. And then hope that my opponent has no answer for the God mode, and then hope that the God mode gets me there. Yeah. Alternatively, I can throw away Thailand for a Spirit token, which is not what I want to do, so yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, your things become more expensive for a turn. That's something at least. And I activate the God mode or Demigod mode, and I can't take advantage of it at all unless I want to throw away Thailand. I guess the IO did come back to bite me eventually. But like, you can't activate Juyu pools and also do something else next turn because Sifang Hu's active. But yeah, I'm just hoping that the God mode carries. If they have another Event Horizon, then I just lose. Or Void Flare, that also does it. They're activating Harb Zadina. Hey, are you playing Plussing a Johnny? Or no, you're not. You're just calculating your mana. You want to draw first? Okay, sure. Draw it. Go ahead and draw. I'm basically just trying to avoid a lot of cards right now. And now they're activating Harb Zadina. They finally activate Eye. Well, can they cast anything this turn? Like, Sifang Hu's still active. Huh. Not attacking with Garth. Alright. Wonderful. That means Thailand's also going to be active. Okay, so... Heraldry. Well, unfortunately, I can't be Heraldrying this turn because I need to activate Sifang Hu before he dies. Alright, so I should be putting the lifelink flying counters on Thailand because... So, flying, lifelink, and then this guy, I guess, can be Vigilance Indestructible. And you get the +1/+1. Yeah, seems solid. So, does this resolve? It resolves. Huh. Okay, so flying, lifelink, and then this guy's vigilance, indestructible. Oh, there's also a first strike counter that goes somewhere. Well, since you're not indestructible, you can have the first strike counter. Then now you can get +1/+1. You already get +1/+1, so yeah. Then attack a Johnny, and Sifang Hu also attacks because there's no reason not attacking. Alright, sure. This guy goes here, this guy goes here. Do you do anything? You don't have it mana up for Event Horizon, so I think a Giant just dies. Sure. And then, I mean, you can start IF Sterling, but I have Heraldry, so at least somewhat stops. Like, Sifang Hu blocks one of those guys, Heraldry blocks the other guy. And like, I can't grind them down, right? Actually, maybe I should have made Sifang Hu a 5/5 just so I can attack past Garth. Yeah, I probably should have done that. And then Silent just a 2/3, but then it dies to Void Flare. Invito? Sure. Pro Factor. Okay, so there's doing this to get more IF Gerald triggers. Alright, sure. T Pro Factor. I see. Yeah, sure. Make out the blue Krakens you want. I have blockers for them. Like Heraldry stops one of them. So I just have to stop the other big Kraken thing. Invito's still up there. Okay. Yeah, I should have put the counter on Sifang Hu. So I can play Heraldry and activate Serene Chapel in the same turn. Okay. Pass. Fourth they pass. Underpass. Huh. Unfortunately, doesn't do much, but it is interesting because it protects my guys from the Event Horizon in case that ever comes up, I guess. So yeah, well, I'll start off with heraldry. Does this resolve? It resolves. Okay, let's look at an oxen, which will be chumping one of the krakens for a turn. And do I just activate Serene Chapel? Like underpass that? No. Is there any reason for that guy? No, not really. I should just be trying to get through damage now. So yeah, these guys are all attacking. Thing, I guess. Whatever. Eats up some random thing in your yard. So heraldry gains me 4 life, and then Thailand gains me 3 life. So yeah, somehow I'm not actually out of this game. If I try another land, I can start attacking with both Serene Chapels. Actually, next turn I can play Underpass Sentinel, animate Heraldry, and start attacking with that too. And I'm just hoping they don't drive Event Horizon. Or how many Event Horizons do they have in the deck, actually? They have 3. Okay, never mind. They can't get another Event Horizon, right? Yeah, they have 1 more Event Horizon left, so if they Event Horizon Sifang, Hu, or Thailand, I'm screwed. Okay, they're attacking with their I have Gerald guys. Okay, they're thinking, yeah. What can they do anyways? I guess they can also pump it with body, so and that'd be really annoying for me. Because now that thing actually deals with Thailand. Another offering pool? Yeah, sure. Abscond. That's not good. That just snags my heraldry, right? Yeah, okay, so I need I need heraldry number 2 now. Because I don't have a way to deal with my own heraldries. Okay, yeah, they get the free Seek Prophecy. I'm assuming they take Abscond here. Like, there's no reason not to. And then they steal my heraldry. So maybe I should have made it into a creature to prevent this from happening. Then that means it dies to Void Flare. Now, that's actually really bad for me because now I just died to these Krakens. Because heraldry was the thing that was preventing me from dying to these guys. And with heraldry, I also can't even attack them. So yeah, I just lose. Unfortunate. Maybe I should have brought in Anointed Curse Breakers. Oh, they also gain a bunch of life off attacking with crit. Yeah, okay, whatever. I think I'm done with this game. I'll just call it here. Alright, so that was not a very good performance. I mean, turn 1 missing that ETB trigger off Slapfield. I think that probably changed a lot of things. It doesn't look like it mattered a lot, but it probably did, because if I didn't make that mistake, then that means I would have had the Quarterlight champion in play on the second turn. And then what does that get me? And probably just snowballs from there. Like an extra Quarterlight champion that early in the game would have caused a lot of things to be different. But yeah, I need to play more carefully. Also, maybe my sideboarding choices weren't that great. But anyways, yeah, that took way too long, so that's the game.